Alright, we're setting up. How I got unemployed.
How did this shit happen? I just hope on the way out you made yourself a sandwich, bro.
Story time from the beginning.
Let's start
Shut up.
with.
Oh shit, here we go.
Alright, tell everyone tell Z no interruptions.
Hey, Strawberry, shut up.
Z, shut your mouth and just listen, alright? Just shut your mouth, alright?
Alright, so 2 weeks ago, right? I would take like 30-minute breaks and then 1 hour lunches.
1 hour lunch is insane, dog.
Okay, so I gotta be honest. So then I got called out, I got cut up, I got called up to the office, right? Can't be doing that shit. And then the next day I got into another meeting. They told me you did it once again today, and I was like, no way, like, but this time I actually did like time it like 15-17 minutes max. We have camera footage, and then they showed me, right, of the day before though, like they showed me footage of like my 30-minute breaks, right? Called 4K. That cut out. I started chilling out. I took 10-minute breaks now. You know, I started taking my 30-minute lunches. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was good. That shit was going good. But I had another issue, which was my
tardiness.
Tardiness. I had my tardiness. I would be scheduled at 4, right? And then I would get there at 4. Exactly. That's just perfect time. Perfect. 4 to 10:30. I would start getting scheduled at 2, which 2 is good, like it's dead as good, but I be posting my videos and I edit at the wrong time, and my schedule's fucked up. Like I be going to sleep like at 7 a.m. right, which is bad. I always be getting my 8 hours of sleep. So when I sleep at 6-7 a.m. I get my 8 hours. I wake up like literally at 2 p.m. They would schedule me at 2 and I'll start getting there like at 2:30 or like sometimes at 3, right? And this would be like back to back every day. I didn't really think about it though. Like I kind of just did it. I kind of just went in late and not thinking about it, you know, because I'll just be editing. I'll be focused on editing and finishing the video. They called me into the office for that too, and they were like, "Oh, we want to point you out. Like, you know, your tardiness is like we see you going in 30 minutes, 1 hour into like your schedule." I explained it to them about the whole editing shit, and they're like, "All right, we're gonna send this to like top corporate people, and like they're gonna check your whole schedule, and if there was like some schedule issues, we'll give you back your time." Basically that time, if I go negative, like I get kicked out. I basically get fired, right? And then I was like, all right, bet. But like low-key I was already negative, so I knew I was gonna get fucking booted out. Like there was no fixing that shit. My shit was cooked. And then I waited like a whole week. Like I was expecting a meeting the next day because they told me, "Oh, we'll let you know tomorrow, you know, what happened." So then I waited next day and nothing happened. And I waited a whole week, nothing happened. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Yesterday came, I was with Sigma. We went to Subway, and then I came home, and then it was like 2 a.m. I'm eating my Subway, my tuna sandwich with some chips. For some reason, I decided to check my email. I checked my email, and it says, "Regarding your leave." And I was like, oh, okay, I'm 100%, 1000% getting kicked out tomorrow, which is today. Today comes, I look at my schedule, and then it literally says June 3rd, last day. Literally the only schedule I have, right? So now this is end game. This is the moment. So then I go into work. There's this like tall guy who works like in a different department. I saw him looking at me, and he was like, "Yo, bro, like they told me to come get you, like, and you don't have to clock in." And I was like, oh shit. He walks me to the leaders. They're like doing something, and then I see like the homie that I always close with, and he's like, "Yo, what happened, bro?" And I was like, "It's my last day, buddy. It's done." And then he was like, "Bro, stop playing, bro." And I was like, "Bro, I'm being so dead ass." I'm being so dead ass, bro. It's my last day. He was like, "What are you talking about?" The managers, they called me. They were like, "Yo, come over here." One of the managers, like, she's like super chill, and she's been there since I've been there, right? Like, she just looked at me, and I was like, I know what's happening. She was like, "Ya te me vas." She was sad. She was like, "Ay, Hermes." And I was like, yeah, like, you know, like I know what's happening. And then she would always tell me, like, during this whole situation, she'll be like, "Voy a buscar una manera para que no te me vayas." She's actually always been there. She's been chill. And then she literally has no control over this. Like, this is like top executives, they have control over this shit. The other manager, he's like, "All right, it's time." And I walk in, and then I see all the managers there. They're all there. Literally, there's 3 of them. There's 3 of them. They're all like the top people, right? And they're like, "Have a seat, man." And then I was like, "All right."
Oh man.
And I was like, all right, bet.
Damn.
And then the other manager, he looked at me. He's super chill. He's like, he always tells me like, "Oh, bro, you could literally like get a career off this shit. Like, bro, like you could find ways to make more money." Like, he's super chill. He looked at me, and I was like, "I know, bro. I know what's happening, bro. It's time, bro." And he was like, That's crazy, bro. And then the other manager, he's more like chill, but like he's like just about the job. We sent the report. You're terminated, bro. You're done. You're unemployed. I was like, yeah, like, you know, I kind of saw it coming, like, you know, like the whole system. But they're like we actually enjoyed you having here. You know, you did your job. The system, like, you just went negative. Like, that's the only reason. Both of the managers, they're like, you know, you could reapply though. And the other manager, who's like, he's like chill. He's like. Man, like, how long you been here, bro? And I was like, I've been here for like a year and a month. And he was like, you could reapply, bro. Like, at this location, you could reapply. Like, and then I was like, all right, bet. Like, now I know, you know. And then I told him about the email. I was like, oh, like, you know, I received that email, so I knew, like, I know I'm getting fired, you know. And then they started talking to each other. And they were like, he got the email? Like, when was that shit added? I don't know. He was supposed to get that shit today. I was like, yeah, well, I got that shit yesterday. So I got a leak. Like, I saw the leak. You're supposed to get that email today, and you're supposed to work the whole day, and then you're supposed to get that email, you know. So basically, like, you got the email already, so you don't have to work anymore. I don't have to clock in anymore. And they're like, yeah, like, you're done. You're done, buddy. I stood up. We all stood up, and then I was like, oh, you know, I just wanted to say, like, I just enjoyed my time working here, you know. Yeah, man, just reapply, bro. All right. I was like, nice meeting you guys. And I just fist bumped him. So then I walked out, and then this is when I started saying my goodbyes. This shit felt like a graduation. And then I met like all of them. There was like this Spanish lady who, like, she's like me chef and shit, like, but always in the morning, but she knows me and shit. And then I was like, ya me voy. And she was like, ¿de qué estás hablando? Ya me voy, es mi último día. ¿Cómo? ¿Por qué? And I was like, oh, es por el tiempo, mi tardencia. Tú te lo llamas. The other girl that was there, she was like, damn, Hermes, like, you're leaving? And she gave me a hug, and she was like, you're leaving? I was like, yeah, like, it's the end. She was like, oh, but you could reapply though. And then I walk down, and then I see the homie, right? The homie, two homies that I always close with. Or one opens, but I see him, and then he's chill, and then the other one, like, he closes. I literally close with him. I see them, right? I see them in the distance, but coming towards me, there's this other guy that used to work in my department, right? Who basically, he trained me in that area. And then I saw him, and I was like, it's my last day, bro. Like, I'm done. He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, bro, it's my last day. Like, I'm done. Like, no more. Shit is cooked. So then I left. I came to say goodbye to the homies. The day one. Bro, I'm done, bro. The other homie, he was like, he's super quiet. He was like sad. Like, he was like, he just nodded. He was like, he knows. Like, he was like, he just got a promotion too. He was sad, bro. And then the other homie, he was like, he knows me as Hmerked, right? He was like, Hmerked, you're done? I was like, I'm done, bro. And then he was like, damn, bro, I'm gonna miss you, bro. So I'm gonna miss you too, bro. And then I just fist pumped both of them. And then I walk into my car, started blasting some Ken Carson. Back home, done. Came back home.
You should at least make yourself a sandwich, bro.
And then I called my mom, and then my mom was like, ¿Qué hueputa?
She got mad.
¿Qué hueputa? Yo te dije. Because she would tell me every day, like, ¿a qué hora te toca? And I'll be like, oh, me toca a las dos.
No, dude, I was in the call one time with Hermes editing, and I was editing, bro. I've heard his mom say that before, too. He's like, ¿a qué horas entras? He's like, ¿qué? ¿Entras a las 3? And then Hermes is like, todavía voy a comer. He's like, ¿qué? He's like, no, ya vet. It's like 2:25.
Yeah, it's like 2:25, and I'll be like, mom, like, I'm editing, like, I'm cooking, estoy haciendo algo en la computadora. And she was like, púrate, ¿por qué te estás dilatando? Llega a tiempo. I told my mom, I'll be like, cálmate, like, estoy haciendo algo en la computadora, güey. Estoy haciendo algo para mi futuro. And she'd be like, ah. The crazy thing is, like, she texted me before, right? I'm in my car, about to leave. I see a text, and she was like, todo bien, llegaste a tiempo. She low-key never does that, right? And that's when I called her. I was like, it's over, mom.
Jobless.
I was like, I literally said it like that. I was like, mom, it's over, mom. And she was like, no hagas bromas. No me digas nada, no hagas broma. And I was like, no, like, estoy en serio. I'm jobless. I told my mom, like, it's all good. It's chill. Like, it's all good, like, dead ass. Asked her, I was like, ¿por qué me texteaste? Like, you never do that. And then she was like, oh, es porque yo estaba cocinando. Yo cerré las dos puertas. Yo estaba en la cocina sola, y después, de repente, yo vi la puerta, la de madera, se abrió. Y yo vi el sol llegando atrás, pensando que eras tú. Yo dije, like, ves, yo te dije, se te olvidó algo. Eso porque vas a llegar tarde. Y pensando que estabas ahí, pero tú no estabas ahí. Yo chequé, nadie estaba. Y después yo le dije a tu papá eso, y es cuando tu papá me dijo que te texteara, y yo te texteé. Yo le dije a tu papá, a ver, algo pasó. And then I was like, oh shit, that shit kind of crazy. Oh, tu hermana dice que ya no le va a comprar el pastel. Man, I'm still gonna get you to get your cake, bro. That's basically the end chapter. Sheesh! That shit
No more
is done.
sandwiches?
No more
That's
sandwiches.
crazy.
Wait, Z, you should look and get a buzz cut, bro, like that ass.
I'm
There
gonna get
should
one.
be a.
I look
Oh,
forward
hey,
to
hey, Z,
my
Z.
hair.
I was gonna ask, can I borrow your SD card? My sister wants me to take pictures of her graduation, and I need an SD card. Oh my!
Look.
Look at this fucking. I fucking hate this fucking stupid ass. Bro. Fucking piece
You,
of shit.
you guys want to get this view?
Oh my bro! I want to smack this kid, bro.
Ah.
Oh my god! Look,
That shit is
he's so fucking ugly, bro.
You know,
Yeah, oh yeah, okay, I'm in this bitch getting geeked up, bitch, we getting high, oh yeah. When I hop in the whip with slime, you know we ride with that fire, okay. If a fuck nigga got a problem, we gon' solve it with violence, yeah. Real rock star rockin', bitch, I'm going.